Transitioning from winter to spring can pose challenges when it comes to your decor. So here to brighten up your space with the latest trends is Shai DeLuca-Tamasi.
Good morning. Feeling bright.
We were talking green.
Yeah.
And I like that because people see green and then it seems maybe that's a little bit tricky to bring that into your decor, but you've made it very easy for us here.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, and it's a commitment. You know, we talk about colors being a commitment in a space, and sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming.
Yes.
But we're going to show you ways to do it subtly if you don't want to go over the top.
Right.
Okay, so different ways in different rooms. Of course, one of the big trends that's right now in 2013. 2013? Where am I?
Go back.
2019.
Let's go back.
Where am I? 2019. No idea where that came from. Sage.
Was it a good year, though?
It was a good year. Sage green. So sage green is a really nice, subtle green. It's not super kind of screaming, and this is a great way to introduce it. So we have it in this great poof that has this beautiful kind of detail, and it's almost like a reeded detail in it.
Beautiful.
So it's not just simple. It has a little bit more texture in it, which is fantastic. You can, of course, go just plain, which is a nice pop on something that might be a little bit darker or lighter. And then, of course, botanical prints.
Yeah, huge.
Right? So Tracy and I are the presidents of WICPA, which is the World Organization for People Who Kill Plants Anonymous. We can't do real stuff. Can't do it.
So we do stuff like that.
Exactly. This is fantastic, and it has this beautiful linen look. But if you look at this, Trace, it has the greens. It also has a little bit of metallic, which gives us a little bit of a punch, which is really nice. Carried it over here into a lampshade.
That's stunning.
Right?
Yes.
Super nice. This is great. A lot of whimsy. Now, I love candles.
Me too.
I can have a candle in every room. I can light a candle in every room. Smells a little bit like a spa in my house sometimes, but that's okay. The great way to do it with these beautiful glasses. So the beautiful kind of colored glass, it has that opaque look to it, but really nice and subtle. And then when you pair it with beautiful pieces like, of course, woods, really beautiful bamboos, it's a really nice, calming kind of contrast to the green itself.
So it's a good way to play with green, especially if you were a little bit scared of green. And I like that color green. It's like a seafoamy.
Yes, a seafoamy, almost like a minty.
Light. Lovely.
Plants, again, going back to those faux guys. Faux are really, and have really come a long way.
These look pretty good. Do they not? Right?
They've come a long way. They've come a long way. Now, the thing about the plants and the trends in plants, or faux plants now in 2019, is that they're groupings. So we're seeing groupings. Now, guys, when you're doing groupings of plants, you really want to make sure that you have different heights. Varying heights is really important because it'll give you depth. It'll give you a lot more interest into the space.
Absolutely. Lovely.
Kitchenwares, it's really nice. This is such a throwback, Trace. I mean, beautiful, like colored pieces like this. Makes me think of my grandmother baking in the kitchen. There's that kind of old feel to it. And
Absolutely.
I love it. Now, this is my absolute favorite.
So this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this flatware.
Gorgeous.
So it's like dipped.
Yes. It has that matte finish to it, and that's super popular right now. So we're looking at matte finishes, not so much glossy, and glossy was last year. But look at this piece, Trace. This is marble. Isn't that gorgeous?
I wouldn't even use this.
It's gorgeous.
I would just put it out and say, don't touch it.
Exactly.
What is it? Is it like, is it a tray? Is it a cutting board?
It can be whatever you want it to be. It's actually, so if you look at, I know, right? It's multifunctional. So if you look at it this way, if the camera comes in super close, and you see how thin the marble veneer is on it, this is actually good for cutting on it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, that's good to know, because that is gorgeous, and it's heavy, too.
Now, I want to walk over here into our little vignette that we've set up over here.
Let's do that.
And I want to talk about ways to actually do it in your space. So we looked at the things, but let's see how we can actually accomplish it.
Okay.
So we spoke about moody decor a couple weeks back being a big trend in interior design this year, which is really exciting. But sometimes people can find that a little off-putting in the sense that they're worried that if they have a dark wall and dark furniture, it might be too much. So we chose this beautiful sage color from Benjamin Moore, and we paired it with darker pieces or pieces that work within a moody room.
Okay.
So let's start from the ground up. Starting with the rug. This beautiful navy rug. It's a two-sided rug, which is fantastic. It's dark, so when you spill your red wine, yay, you don't see anything. And then we have this great, beautiful, look at the detail on this leather chair Trace. The beautiful lines in it. It has that suede feel to it, so the texture in it is absolutely stunning. Paired it with darker blues and the Fraggle Rock pillow, I like to call it. Those of you who don't get the reference, you're way too young. have the darker throws as well. And then, of course, burnished brasses
Yes.
with greens is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Finally, the artwork. So artwork, people like to, or they forget about the artwork in terms of it needs to work within the space as well. So this has a moody feel to it. The subject itself is kind of a November scene. It's a little bit moody. It's in New York. There's something moody about it, but if you look at the colorways that they did to it, it has a green punch to it.
It does.
So it works really well with the space.
Okay, good.
Now, there's a huge trend, guys, in 2019,
Yeah.
and that is, got it right, and that is monochromatic.
All right.
So tone on tone. It can be difficult to do, so I want to show you guys how to do it right. So
Okay.
I'm just going to flip this wall around. Here we go. Okay. TV magic, guys. And there we go.
Wow.
I know, right? Let me just straighten that out. There we
Okay.
go. Is my artwork
So
straight?
this is a commitment, and you
Yes.
started by saying green can be a little bit of a commitment,
Yeah.
especially when you go with like a Kelly green like this. It's
Yes.
beautiful, it's bright,
Yeah.
but you make it work. Number one with the artwork.
Yeah, and do you know what it's called? It's
What's
called
it called?
Benjamin Moore Very Green. So
Oh, it's
there you
very
go.
green.
There you go.
Sometimes they run out of ideas,
Well,
right?
listen, it works, right? So it definitely works in this space. We have the artwork, of course, the botanicals being a big thing again.
Yes.
And I'm just going to run over there and get some
So you
pieces.
go over to your store
I'm going
and
over
see
to my
what
store
else
and
we
getting some
want in our
pieces.
space. And
I'm
I was
gonna
hoping
bring
you were going to pick that.
You knew it, right?
That's so scrumptious. That
Didn't finish shopping yet. Wait, running more. Go get some more stuff.
Okay.
But we can absolutely do this. So to show the way that kind of tone on tone and greens all work within a space,
Nice.
right? Already we're kind of doing it. Wait, where's my last thing? Here it is, guys. I'm going to pass this over to you, Trace. Over there.
Okay. Oh, look at this.
Look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
I'm going
it's
to
really
take
nice.
this away.
It's gorgeous.
I'm going to put that right there.
So
And
they're
there
like
we
little
go,
nesting
like
tables.
nesting tables. Already we've created a completely different feel, but it looks and works all together. And this is the monochromatic tone. We've gone tone on tone.
This is so good. We always make you work so hard on the show, don't we?
I'm a little bit out of breath.
He's
I don't know
always
what year
making
it is.
him run. But it's so worth it. Like, this is beautiful. And you know what else? I think part of the reason why we fear big punches of color like this is it's going to look flat and it's going to look sort of, it's not going to look finished.
Yes.
So you've done a lot of mixing and matching
Right.
to make it look all finished. It's gorgeous. What do you guys think of Shai's work?